Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Nikki and I make art videos. In today's video, I had the chance to do another collab with another YouTube artist. I will have her stuff linked below in the description box, so please be sure to check her out and check out her video after this one. Be sure to let her know that I sent you, leave a like on her video if you like it, and be sure to subscribe if you enjoy her content. With that being said, let's jump on in. I had the word flower and we decided that we were going to design an original character, exchange that character, and the other person was going to draw it in their style. Now, this was all before the Draw This in Your Style challenge really picked up on Instagram this past month, and we decided just to stick with our initial plan and go ahead and create these characters and draw it in our style. So with that being said, I had the word flower, and the first thing that came to mind was my mother's orchid plants. They are always just beautifully bloomed, and I enjoy taking pictures of them. They are so uniquely colored. I just really enjoy the orchid plant. However, I cannot keep anything alive other than my own child and my animals. But plants, nothing. Can't even keep a cactus alive, guys. With that being said, I decided to draw the orchid, and I really wanted to infuse as many parts of the orchid into my character design as I possibly could. And with that being said, I decided to draw two characters, not one, because I have never seen my mom's orchid plants with just one bloom. So with that being said, I decided to draw the Orchid Sisters, as I've dubbed them, and they are both a little bit unique, but still very similar, just like the orchid plant itself. So that is the whole reasoning behind the two characters, my two OCs, the Orchid Sisters. If you guys have a name suggestion, please leave it down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Best names will be featured in the next video. And yeah, I will greatly appreciate that help because it took us the entire time that I was pregnant with my son to give him the name Finley. So yeah, with that being said, I really enjoyed this collab. I decided I was going to go strictly digital with my design of my OC characters. I have been working very hard to try to develop my own art style, find what I like and what I don't like. And so with this challenge, I also took it upon myself to kind of branch out and try something that's a little different from my usual style. Now, I can't really describe this process to you. Really, it was a lot of trial and error and trying to figure out how much simplicity to put into it and how much I needed to put detail into it. And in the end, I think that this product, like this project turned out so great. And I really like the characters themselves. They feel maybe a little bit flat still, but that's something that I can work on and improve on in the future. And because this is a digital file, I can always come back and really just alter it however I want. So in the future, if I decide to change them to maybe a different color pattern or color scheme or whatever I want to do, I can do that. And you know what? That's what's nice about digital art. Now, with that being said, I do still respect traditional art or physical art, as I've been hearing it said. But I just wanted this piece to be digital. I wanted to see how far my skills had come over this past month and really see like what had changed and what I liked and what I didn't. So here's the final piece that I sent off to Yash for her to create her character based off of, which I have not seen at this point, and I'm so excited to see what she has come up with. And I'm sure that it was a bit of a challenge for her, but I think she could do it. Now, next you're seeing here that I actually switched to traditional art or physical art, whatever you want to call it. And that is because I have really been enjoying working with watercolor lately. I am still quite a noob and I struggled through the piece, and you will see this as you are watching, and hopefully you will stay till the end. And anyways, I did struggle through the piece at times, and there were parts that I thought, man, maybe I should just stop and just go back to digital. At least I can fix these problems that I'm not liking. And I just continued to tell myself, like, I know you're feeling really down on this piece and you're not thinking it's turning out how you want, but it is actually turning out quite cool and quite unique for your style. Something that is just completely new to me, and I've really never taken the time to really learn how to do watercolor. I kind of just mashed my brush in the color, smeared it on the paper, and said, why doesn't mine look like theirs? Why doesn't mine flow? Why does mine look so rough? And I am still battling some of those things. There are parts of this piece where you can see I have a very smooth wash of color, and then there are pieces that are really rough and patchy. And that's kind of just part of my style at this time. Like, hopefully in a year, this will be a totally unrecognizable piece. But I won't know unless if I do this piece now, learn from this piece, and hopefully grow. And that is really what I want to kind of talk about, and that's the growth. I recently found a sketchbook of mine from 2018, and it is it's not completed. It's a sketchbook that got kind of tossed to the wayside because I didn't feel that my art was good enough, and that I couldn't put pieces in it that weren't perfect. I was stuck in this perfectionism loop where if things weren't coming together like I wanted, I would struggle bust through it for a couple days, and then I would just say, forget it, and I'd throw it to the wayside. Then a couple months later, I'd pick it up and I'd do the same thing. And with that, I noticed that I wasn't really improving at the speed in which I wanted to. I wanted to be like my favorite YouTubers, my favorite artists, just to name a few, some like Bailey J, Casey Golden, Drawing with Waffles, or Ren. I also really like Hello Alice, and I'm just kind of blanking on some names. Cat Black, Nadiaxel, Dave Greco. Oh gosh, what other names can I say here that I know there's just a whole bunch of artists that I'm totally spacing names on, but I really just enjoy their art, and I was like, why can't I improve? Why can't I make my art look a little bit more polished like theirs? Why can't my style be identifiable in a positive way for me? And I just really struggled with that. And over this past year, since I've started changing my channel into a art channel and kind of putting my previous stuff, kind of my vlog styles, videos into the past, and kind of moving into this new version of me, the version that's really just the same me that was there before, but redefined me, I guess. And that is the artist in me, and that's the person that wants to share my art, whether it's good or bad, and wants to put it out there because hopefully one day I will get better and I will look back at it and go, that's where I was, and look where I am now. Look where you got to by fighting for what you wanted and continuing to push when the self-doubt was the strongest, and continuing to fight that need of having something be a perfect, polished, finished project, and allowing things to be a little open-ended and a little bit like watercolor, a little free-flowing at times and a little tight in others. And with that, I just kind of been working with my watercolor arts and really exploring it and enjoying it. And so I decided that this piece was going to be like my first real endeavor into a watercolor piece that was going to require me to do both the polished and the unpolished. Is that the right word? English is not number one, like Nerdy Crafter. So with that being said, you guys will see here there was obviously a change of scenery and lighting, and that is because I started this project at my mother's house, and then I came back home, and she has wonderful, beautiful, just natural lighting, and I live in what feels like a cave some days. So with that being said, I apologize that it does look a little bit washed out, but hopefully you will still stick around to the end to see the final project. And yeah. Also, if you haven't already, please leave a like on this video if you are enjoying it. Also, leave a comment down below for what you would like to see, or any comments or opinions or critiques that you have about my art, or how I could improve the video process for you guys. As well as please subscribe if you haven't already. I know that I say that a lot, but it would really mean a lot to my channel, and according to my analytics, Most of my viewers are actually not subscribers, which hurts my channel. So if you're not subscribed, please just click that button. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't lock you into anything. If at any point you decide you don't want to see my videos anymore, all you have to do is unsubscribe. So please, please, please subscribe and share with your friends if you think they might enjoy. Moving on, I want to point out something I did with this this piece, and that is I designed this character based off her OC, which you will have seen in the video, and I really struggled. I'm not gonna lie. We had initially agreed on a theme of flowers, so I was quite baffled when I received her original character, which was apparently donut themed. So I just rolled with the flow, and I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but I went with the flow and I started designing a character, and I struggled, and I messaged my friend Natsumi, and I was like, Sumi girl, like, you gotta help me. What do I do? I'm so lost. I don't know where to start. I don't want to change too much, but I don't want to change too little. What if my style just isn't enough of a style? What if people see it and go, oh, well, she literally just, you know, copied this girl's work piece by piece, you know? So I messaged her my doubts. She reassured me of the things that I was, you know, what I was thinking and what I wasn't thinking. And we discussed some things, and I said, okay, let me just draw some ideas up. And so I started sketching. I put some watercolor to paper. I questioned myself a lot, and I started digitally drawing this piece. After I digitally drew this piece, I went ahead and I painstakingly transferred this to watercolor paper with my hand. I don't know why I did it this way. I printed it out, and then I literally used my mom's window to trace like a light box, and my arm was killing me by the time I finished this. Do not recommend if you have fibromyalgia, arthritis, or any other limb problems that require, you know, proper blood circulation, like everybody. Anyways, but with this piece, I have to point out that I gave her some chunky eyebrows, and I realized that the original character does not have chunky eyebrows, but I can't think of her name. I can't think of how to say it. I can't say her name. Okay, I'll put her down in the description box below too. She does this chunky eyebrow thing, and I love it, and I love that style, and I always want to draw chunky eyebrow characters, and they never turn out exactly how I want, but I still like them. But the first thing my mom said is why does she have those, let me think of the word. Potato wedge. Why does she have those potato wedge eyebrows? And I was like, thanks, Mom. Sorry, I apologize about the sounds in the background. My dogs are getting a little excited. It's that time of night when we usually head to bed, but I'm cranking this video out just so I can get it out in time. Woo! Anyways, and so just jumping back into things here. We got those potato wedge eyebrows. I love them. Whatever. It is what it is. I did struggle with lining this piece. I think I should have lined it beforehand or opted to go completely 100% linerless. Instead, I decided to opt for some lines in some areas and some and none in others. And I actually really liked it. It's what I would say is a unique style, and I really thought it made the piece just kind of have a different tone and not feel so flat. I do think that this piece still is a bit flat, and one day I will revisit this piece and redo her and hopefully give her a little bit more justice, and maybe give her a little bit more excitement that she's viewing other than the natural sun outside as she's drinking her coffee and dreaming of donuts. So anyways, with that being said, guys, I think I'm just going to go ahead and say that I really enjoyed doing this piece. I enjoyed my Orchid Sisters. Overall, this collab video turned out very well, in my opinion. You guys will have to let me know what you think down below. Also, be sure to let me know what you guys would like to see next. here I am peeling off the tape and trying to figure out how to make the eyes not look so creepy. I did struggle with this a bit, and I ended up fixing it off camera before showing you here the final piece. So with that being said, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!